There was excitement aplenty on the e-concourse at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport September 4th for the inaugural launch of Delta's flight from Atlanta to Monrovia, Liberia. The Virtue Dancers from the International Christian Fellowship in Jonesboro performed traditional praise dancing. And dignitaries and flight attendants posed for photographs, proud to be associated with the first U.S. carrier to fly to Monrovia since the end of more than a decade of civil war. Perry Cantarutti, Delta's Senior Vice President for Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, waved his boarding pass in the air. Who would have ever thought, he told the passengers waiting to board.
I would like to welcome everybody to this historic moment. Indeed, this is our first flight of Delta Airlines between Atlanta and Monrovia, Liberia. And you know, there are two events in the life of an airline that are really exciting for us as airline employees. One is when you get a new airplane. But more exciting is when you can open a new route, when you can connect two cities, and particularly when you can connect two cities of the world. And that's why today is so exciting, because we are providing direct service between Atlanta and Monrovia. Monrovia being our 7th destination from the U.S. and Africa. We started our first services between the U.S. and Africa in 2006. And whoever would have thought you'd get a Delta Airlines boarding pass with Monrovia on the other end? That is an amazing thing.
Among the expectant passengers were Liberia's honorary consul in Atlanta, Cynthia Nash, and Bob Johnson, founder of Black Entertainment Television and a major investor in the war-torn country.
We made it a mission that we were going to help President Sirleaf revitalize the airfield, and more importantly, stimulate and revitalize the economy of Liberia. And what we have done in that is, in cooperation with Delta, because of a lot of people who are involved in this, Delta Airlines has built an economic, cultural, and social sky bridge to Liberia. And this bridge will benefit millions of Liberians who want to see that country become the gateway to West Africa.
The historic significance between the United States and Liberia goes back many, many years. Liberia, the oldest free African nation on the continent of Africa. Many of the people in Liberia came out of the state of Georgia. 80,000 freed African slaves came out of Georgia and the South to help, along with the Africans in Liberia, to make this incredible country. English is the language of the country. There are many wonderful African dialects. It's a wonderful place to do business. The dollar, the US dollar, for those of you who want to do trade in the country, you can trade in our country.
Even the son of Liberia's president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Adama, a doctor, was on the flight with other members of a medical team.
Being originally from Liberia and growing up there and having Pan Am there for so many years, growing up as a child, to have a direct flight from the United States means a lot to every Liberian. I think we understand the potential for investments, for people going home for Christmas, pleasure trips, business trips, the potential for growth. I think we're in Atlanta, and I think one of the things about Atlanta is, they built the Atlanta airport, and we see what happened to the city. So I've always said that if you build the airport, you can build the city. And I'm hoping that with Delta coming, other airlines will look. Liberia is a place to invest, Liberia is a place of leisure, and open up Monrovia, open up a place where Liberia becomes where it was, the gateway to Africa.